This is the first time I've seen a typhoon since they redid it. Let's see. I got here too early. Huh. I guess the fair don't open today till 3 p.m. So it's 12:45 now. So I don't think I'm gonna wait around for 2.5 hours because there's really nothing to do here. But I know I'm also going to Madison County when I leave here, so I hope they actually have decent rides this year. Last year, all they had was a King Frolic and a bunch of inflatable houses. It's about an hour between this fair and Madison, so this is why I came to ride, but I guess I ain't gonna ride it unless they open at 1 or 2. What's strange is if you look at the ticket booth, it says that half of the rides will close at 5 p.m., but it says the wristbands are from 3 p.m. to close. That means that they're gonna only have the rides open for 2 hours and then shut half of them down and shut the other half down. This fair used to open at 1 p.m. Like every year that I've been coming here, I've been coming here the past 5 or 6 years now. And now all of a sudden they decided to change it to 3 p.m. I don't really understand that, but at least the rides all look really good. See, I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, I didn't really show the hurricane earlier, did I? I was wondering when the hurricane was going to come back. They've had the yo-yo the past couple of years. I remember 2020, Jessup Amusements was here. That was the same day I got pulled over by Bell Fountain police, but I'm not gonna tell that story on this stream. Wonder if there's any entertainment or anything around here other than a Walmart. Yeah, Hurricane is in Yo-Yo's usual spot. Like none of the games are open or anything. So what I might end up doing, I might just wait to see Durant in about a week and a half when they're in Springfield. They'll be a little bit closer to where I live. Not that this fair is that far away from me. It's like 45 minutes, but I want to get a video of this carousel here, but don't look like that's gonna happen. At least not today. I was gonna do it for my my friend Clue's review. I want to go on Extreme a few times too. Man, that's crazy. Like nothing is open. How these companies expect to make money if nothing of theirs is open? In my opinion, every fair Midway should open at noon or 1 p.m. Oh, I didn't even see this. They have one of the exit ramps, or entrance ramps rather, chained up on Pharaoh's Fury. They have one but not the other. I might just drive to Madison County, see what they've got going on. Oh wow, it's got an Ohio plate on it. I got a feeling this is the next ride that Durant's gonna repaint and revamp, like what they did with Extreme and Typhoon. So, damn, I really wanted to ride the Extreme and Pharaoh today. But I do know at Madison County, Lisco Family Midway Amusements is there, but I don't know exactly what stuff they have set up. That's why I want to go there, because I know they're also doing Trumbull County Fair. Normally at that fair, they have like skydiver, zipper, stuff like that. So I'm thinking Madison. I'm hoping Madison might have Carnage there because I really want to go on that ride. So, this is pretty crazy. Wonder if there's anything real, because all I know is when I came here a few years ago, I got here an hour and a half early, so I ended up going to Walmart to entertain myself. But I don't know if anything else is around other than that, because this fair is kind of in the middle of nowhere. If it was like Franklin County Fair, I could just, because that's in the middle of Hilliard. There's a lot of stuff to do in Hilliard. It's literally behind a shop, like 2 or 3 different shopping centers. and it's near Dublin. So if I get bored, I can find something to do out there. I can go to my friend's game store, for example. I can just go there for a couple hours and then come back. I'm gonna go to Franklin County Fair this year too. Doing a live stream. Looks almost like they repainted this ride. I can't tell. This old couple is looking at me funny. Oh wait, I just realized. Yeah, this Pharaoh's Fury. Yeah, there was a helicopter ride here too. This Pharaoh's Fury was built in January 1994. Ride provider is Durant Enterprises. They're owned by a concession company called Woods Family Concessions. But this Pharaoh's Fury is the first one ever built, and Bates Amusement had it for 25 years and then sold it to Durant. And this ride actually looked quite different when it was first made. Before Bates bought it, it had a completely different sign on it, and it was decorated completely differently. Yeah, I saw your video of that Trabant, Martin. Who owns that? Because I saw it was up for sale earlier this year, back in like April. It was for sale for about a year. I don't know if it's the same people that had it before, or somebody else bought it and said hell with it and set it up. But like a couple of these rides they got look completely different than what they did a few years ago. Like this orbiter right here, it used to be like yellow, purple, and gray. And then they redid it and they renamed it to Extreme. But let me show you something though. This is funny because they never changed this. Sign still says Orbiter on it. And if they play the safety spiel on here, it still says Orbiter 2. And the guy that does the safety spiels for this and the Flying Bobs, which isn't here, he's the guy that's in charge of the safety for the rides. I got to meet him a couple years ago. I don't remember if I met him last year or a year before. I met him at Logan County Fair. I'm just now realizing this scrambler does not have a sign on it. I always wondered when this Hurricane was built. It was built in 1991 or before because it's a Rubets instead of a Dartron. Wonder if there's a way I can tell when it was built. Maybe if I can go around the back of the trailer. Man, it's burnt up out here. I don't know if I can wait 2.5 hours.
Attention on the ground. It is now 1 o'clock. Thank you to our sponsor of the day, Kemba Financial Credit Union. Have you checked out the Kiss and Pig
if I can go around the back.
Junior Fair building and vote for your favorite celebrities. In first place, we have our 4-H educator, Allison. Second place, our fair queen, Cheyenne. And third place, firefighter Ben. Make sure to stop in and give us some donations to make sure you see your favorite celebrity, Kiss the Pig. Thank you.
Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. Model 1973. Wow. I didn't know this one was built in 73. It looks much newer. But I knew it was built before 1992 because that's when Dartron took over building them. So, man, that's older than the one Kissel brothers used to have. Theirs was built in 78. where how long they've had this ride for. 'Cause I'm not. I've only known of Durant for the past 15 years since they started coming to Clark County Fair. So I do know their Trabant ride went to my friend Colton. He's got it now. And it's called Casino. In 2017, they got some rides from Bates, Typhoon, Pharaoh's Fury, Super Shot, or Shock Drop, whichever one that is. They used to have a roundup. Man, that's a shame I got here so early. Huh. I'll either come back Saturday night when I get off work, or catch them at Clark County in a week and a half. I think that's their very next stop after this fair, and that's their biggest fair in Ohio. So they'll have all of their rides there. I find it interesting that this company hasn't bought anything new since they bought stuff from Bates. I'm gonna go by the kiddie rides one more time. Man, I wish I would have known. I would have waited another couple hours and then came. I would have finished my nap. I got up about 10 after 11. I'm like, well, it's time for me to go. I had to run a couple errands, and I got on the road to come here, and man, this is a damn shame. This is another thing they bought from Bates. And one of the big problems is these fairs seem to be kind of shying away from mentioning anything about rides on their Facebook pages or anything, or on their websites. So you kind of have to guess when the Midway is going to open and stuff like that. You can't just go on there and be like, oh well, it says they're going to open at noon, open at 6 p.m. Like Madison County Fair, I don't even know when they open, but I'm gonna guess they open at about 4 or 5 p.m. like they have the past few years. But that's just a guess. If you go on their Facebook page and their website, it has no info about when the Midway opens. I guess it's supposed to be like 85 degrees out here right now. I hope Madison County Fair has carnage. This is a disappointment. Now, speaking of Madison, that's a little A little strange because when I went on their website, yeah, this is one of Durant's fairs. 94 degrees in Miami. This fair is in Bellefontaine, Ohio. About 40 miles west of Columbus. All you gotta do is take 33 from Columbus. You get here pretty fast. It's really humid here. It's not that hot, but I wanted to see if the one guy that runs Pharaoh's Fury was here today too. I don't know what his name is, but I see him every year. Now, Madison County Fair having Lisco as their company this year is kind of funny to me because they seem like they've been slowly trying to phase their fair rides out. Like they don't want to have them anymore. Because I know starting back in like 2018, they were having problems after like whole incident at the state fair and all that. And then the next year, Kissel Brothers was there, but they only brought two major rides. They brought Zipper and Pharaoh's Fury, and then they brought like 3 or 4 kiddie rides. They can easily fit probably 15 to 20 rides in there if they arranged everything just right. Now, I know that Kissel Brothers didn't have that many rides by then, but they could have had somebody else booked in too. But then it was crazy because in 2020, my friend's amusement ride company was supposed to be there, but he got screwed over and they didn't let him have the fair. And then the next year it was Burton Brothers in prime time, but because of the staffing issues, I think they had like 15 or 16 rides there, and they only had 4 of them running, maybe 5. So, and they didn't even have the Ferris wheel cell all the way up. And then last year I drove by there after I left Logan, and it was like, oh well, I drove because what I do is I come to this fair and I go to Madison because it's basically a straight shot there. You just have to take a bunch of back roads, so it takes a while. But the way that I go, you go into the back of the fair, so you can't see what's there until you actually drive all the way up to the front. So I started driving towards the front when I got there, and I seen some bouncy houses. I'm like, okay, like what else do they have? So I kept driving. I drove past the fair because you can see the entire fair from the road, and it was just a King Frolic. That was the only mechanical ride they had. I was like, wow, it's not even worth stopping in there. If I would have known that, I wouldn't even come here. Like, and nobody posted about Lisco having anything there. The only reason I know that they do is because Madison is listed on their list of events. So I'm gonna take a guess and say they probably have some of their smaller rides like Scat there. Probably Scat. I'll say Scat, Sizzler, maybe Zipper. If they want to have a big ride, probably Carnage. But I don't know till I get there. So, oh, one of the ride safety guys just went on the trailer. Yeah, there's nobody here, man. This is funny. I remember I came here in 2019 and I got to watch them test all the rides because I got here an hour and a half early. And I left and went to Walmart and then came back. And then there's a real long line at the ticket booth. I forget who used to have this fair. It was another company, but I can't remember what company it was. Who was it? I I want to say Pew Shows, but I don't think it was Pew. Pew would have a tough time setting up most of their rides in this little space. Man. Somebody told me and I just can't remember. Sounds like he just turned the generator on, so I'm gonna have hope maybe the rides will open like another hour or so. But I guess I'll end this stream for now, and then I'll do another one when I get to Madison. Thank y'all for watching.